Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. I hope all of you are doing well. So, double upload day, as normal. So, keep your eyes peeled for later. I am going to give you guys a second video, but it will be quite late. We're probably looking, we're going to let all this marinate and see if we do get any big updates later. But around midnight or so UK time is when there will be a second video. So make sure you guys are here for that. Much appreciated. Subscribe, notification bell on, and I'll go through the latest from now up until later. But from what we've had from this morning up until now, we've actually got some substance. There wasn't any towards the end of yesterday. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. Like I've said, nothing on screen, all off here as I read it to you. The latest on Javi Simmons, right? And we've also got a little bit on Hato, but mainly on Simmons because things are advancing, apparently. But not just advancing, it looks like the top lads have had to get involved, right? The big boys have had to get involved. And let's get into it. What's his name? Philipp Hinze, right? From Germany. First put out that Javi Simmons starts for RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig are currently playing against Toulouse in the preseason friendly as it stands right now. It's 7-0. Javi Simmons, I think, has assisted twice, 2 assists. But again, I don't want to read into that too much. I don't want that to make it seem like, oh, he's done something massive here or whatnot. I mean, yeah, they're playing Toulouse. It's a preseason. Liverpool lost to AC Milan today 4-2 in a preseason game. Look, especially the first preseason game, it means absolutely nothing. So, but Simmons played and he got 2 assists. So he played. The main thing is that he played. Because normally when this sort of thing is going on, you think he's going to be left out. He's not been left out. But that might be his last game. We're probably looking that might be his last game. Philipp Hinze did say, despite negotiations with Chelsea, Javi Simmons is in RB Leipzig's starting lineup for the friendly against Toulouse. Still no agreement has been reached. Talks are ongoing while Leipzig continue to demand a total package of 70 million euros, including add-ons. There is still no official bid on the table. That's euros. Around 60 million pounds with add-ons included. Chelsea will probably try and bring that down to 40, 45, and then the rest in add-ons or something. We'll see. We'll see what can be done. But this is what Fabrizio has had to come out with. From what I'm told, Simmons' talks are advancing and we're talking about the highest people in both clubs talking directly. Chelsea owners and RB Leipzig higher-ups. The owners are involved. This isn't Winstanley and Stewart. And I gotta be real, every time the owners have stepped in for a deal, we got the deal done. Every time. Egbali had to go and literally pin the Benfica president to the wall. Not literally, I'm not saying there was any physical altercation there. But we were hearing about tension at that sort of level for Enzo Fernandez, if you remember. When the owners are involved, it's big and they tend to get it done anyway. On top of that, Bayern Munich called several times this week to be informed over Javi Simmons, and Arsenal is interested and has talked to his agent. However, Chelsea are clear favourites. Because we're the world champions, just saying. But in terms of Javi Simmons, the owners of Chelsea and Leipzig are in direct conversations rather than bids going in. If you remember, Nkunku was done in a secret way. They have a very good relationship. Negotiations are ongoing. We have to be patient. So, this is one we're just going to have to wait and let sit, it seems. Let it sit a little bit. We'll see what goes down. Okay, my prediction of maybe a here we go or bomba or whatever is not going to be correct, right? It was meant to be yesterday. That's not happening. Hato might get across the line first in terms of what we're hearing. It seems like Hato might actually be done first. That one seems pretty straightforward, even in terms of Ajax. And like I said, Simmons will get done. It will get done. It's just a matter of when. It's not a matter of if. I'm pretty sure. I'll be shocked. We had yesterday night, Fabrizio said that nothing has stalled or stopped for Hato and Simmons. It's just a negotiation. Sometimes you don't close deals in 24 or 48 hours. Chelsea want to spend around 40 million euros for Hato. Ajax want more. My feeling is it will happen, and I have the same feeling for Simmons. With Javi, there's 2 discussions ongoing at the same time, one for him and one for Carney Chukwuemeka. And it's true, with these sort of things, guys, when things take a little long, we can't be, peed off about it. We can't be going, oh my God, nothing's happening. No, we have to be realistic here. This isn't FIFA. or Football Manager, yeah, where you can just skip a few days in the matter of 3 seconds and now you've got a bid that's been accepted. That's just not how it goes down. And I feel like we try to convert that logic into real life as much as we can, because we've seen deals get done pretty quickly. From when we hear about it all of a sudden to now it's done, that can be quick, but sometimes it's not. Doesn't mean it's off, you know, or there's nothing happening. Let this one cook. Let it cook. We'll see what happens. The transfer window is a big window. We're still in July, and I understand there's not long left until when the season begins, but there's still a bit of time till our pre-season starts. There's technically no rush. We've got players on holiday. Leipzig want their end of the deal too. It's not just a one-party deal here. So there is a case of, you know, guys, calm, but things will happen. Things will happen. If not, Leipzig would have just gone, look, he's not for sale. Done. They're talking. Let them talk. And the same for Hato and Ajax. Hato's already made it clear, it seems, how he wants out, send me to Chelsea, it's done. Give it some time. Give it some time and we'll see where it all goes. But that's the latest on Simmons and Hato. So we'll see what goes on there. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Dewsbury Hall. I mentioned this yesterday and it seems like, well, Fulham have made a move. Ben Jacobs tells us Fulham have made a formal approach to sign Keenan Dewsbury Hall from Chelsea. It follows an inquiry from West Ham earlier in the window. Chelsea value Dewsbury Hall as a squad player. Correct. Not a name they are actively looking to sell, but if an exit is possible at the right price. Would need to be more than the 30 million Chelsea paid to Leicester. And that in and of itself was a little bit mind-blowing at the time. But Fulham, I'm not going to buy a Fulham shirt. Right, I know I've said if someone takes Sterling, I'm going to buy that. Look, even if Fulham did buy Sterling, I can't. I can't be walking around in a Fulham top. No. But I will respect it. Yeah, you'll get my plaudits as a very nice neighbour to us. So I would say, guys, go and get Dewsbury Hall. Do what you've got to do, lads. And, you know, Sterling's there if you want him, guys. Just saying, Sterling's there. Go and get him. We give you a good price. You know, we give you 20 mil. How about that? Make it good. Let's get a deal done. You know, you're our neighbours. We'll help you out. We'll give you a little discount of a huge 5%. You know, come on, Fulham, come talk, man. But Dewsbury Hall looking like he could be on his way to Fulham, and that would be, like I've said before, that would be a very good deal. For him, I think it would be good as well. I mean, because of the player. Fulham is a club where you normally see the level of a Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall, I think, in the Fulham team can become like the main guy or one of the main guys. And I think that would be good for him. I really think that would be good for him. That would be good for Fulham. He doesn't need to move anywhere. Logistically, it's great. Fulham's down the road. Why not? You know, why not? So let's see how this one cooks as well. Dewsbury Hall could be one of the exits in terms of all the players that are looking like they're heading out of the door. So we'll let that one marinate and we'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Now, Isak, we'll jump to Isak before we get to another story and then we'll end. Fabrizio's told us there's nothing ongoing between Alexander Isak and Al Hilal now. Isak has already turned down Saudi options. He said no, as his wish remains to play at the highest level in Europe. The real club in concrete talks for Isak is and remains Liverpool. That is that. Plus we've also got Ben Jacobs saying the same thing, that senior ministry executives, talking Saudi government here, told Newcastle they would be prepared to bid, they would be open to bid 150 million euros, but no encouragement from Isak. Isak remains open to Liverpool and has no plans at this stage to sign a new deal at Newcastle. I think what Saudi are trying to do here, because obviously they own Newcastle as well as Al Hilal, they're like, listen, he doesn't want to stay at Newcastle, we'll try and keep him under our umbrella anyway, you know, and it's fine, we'll give the money from ourselves to ourselves, it's not a problem. He just doesn't want Saudi. And rightly so, at this present time, rightly so, man. It's Isak, you know, one of the best strikers in world football as it stands. So, Liverpool, I think he's going to end up at Liverpool, I'll be honest. My thoughts on it, I think he's going to end up at Liverpool. I think a deal will eventually happen. I think Liverpool will somehow pluck it out. I don't know how they're going to do it, but 150 mil, somehow they'll get near to that, and then Newcastle will go, you know what, we can't turn this down because he wants to stay. He doesn't want to stay. I think it'll get done. But we'll see. We'll see. It won't be soon, though. I don't expect anything to happen tomorrow. It's not going to go down. But somewhere down the line in the window, I think we're going to get a big Isak update that him and Liverpool are basically on the brink. So let's see. Let's see. Newcastle now, they still want Younes Talks. And like I've said, they've got to get business done now, man, because Newcastle have not had a good window at all. They need to start getting some players in properly and not get rejected anymore, because they've just been rejected left, right and centre. The latest is that talks will resume for Younes Talks this weekend with a bid in excess of £30 million expected. Brentford prepared to keep Wissa and value him at over 40 million, but the player wants an exit. Newcastle also still in active talks with Benjamin Sesko to try and agree terms. If they can get Sesko and they can get Wissa and they can get Nkunku, just saying, yeah, Chelsea are here, guys. Get on the phone. You're not taking Jackson, clearly. That's fine. We'll leave that to United or Villa. But if they get those sort of players in, that could really compensate for the shocking window they've had so far in terms of their targets and not landing. You know, I have to be honest, for not getting loads of their plan A's as it was planned and maybe a few of their plan B's, if they still end up with the players that I just listed, for Newcastle, fair play. That is actually redeeming themselves. So they have to. Then they ain't got a choice. They have to try and get this done. They have to try and get these deals over the line. Let's see what happens. Let me know your thoughts. But Wissa still in line to joining Newcastle. And a big one, as by the way, even Eddie Howe's confirmed that, yeah, with Isak, time will tell what's going to happen basically, but he's basically confirmed that things are happening. He's not really going to comment, and you know, we'll see what happens basically. But yeah, it's basically common knowledge now that Isak and Newcastle are basically split. But anyway, I'm going to end on this because this is actually big for the club that I had to mention. Fabrizio, the latest on Malik Fofana, saying Everton are in advanced talks to sign Malik Fofana from Lyon. Official bid submitted and clubs now in direct talks, with Everton also in contact with the players' camp. Everton in discussions on personal terms with Fofana, talks underway. That is mad. How have Everton done this? Everton, where have you got this from? I mean, we were hearing big clubs were all interested in him. Bayern Munich were interested. Liverpool at one point were interested. We were interested at one point. We went and got Gittins. Now we're getting Simmons. But Everton out of nowhere have actually got the deal done. They're getting Malik Fofana. Fair play Everton. Fair play Everton. Matisse put it right, replying to Saeed. I'm going to say this. Man United, you got to watch out, man. Your competition are getting players. Good times. I love this game. Yeah, man United, your competition, man. They're getting players through the door. What's going on? What's going on? Oh no, you got Cunha, yeah, that's fine. You got Mbuemo. You got to watch out. Everyone are getting Fofana. You know, you might have to try and counter that. Just saying. But look, Fofana, you know what? This is actually good. I think for the player and even for Everton. But for the player, it's a Premier League, and for Everton, I'm telling you, I like Fofana. This is why I was like, yeah, you know what? If Chelsea are going in for a young player, I'd have Fofana. But thankfully, we got Gittins. We're getting Simmons though. Simmons and Fofana, I think, have very similar styles of playing football. Positions and all that completely different. We've got an in and out left winger on the touchline, and we've got Simmons, who's a different profile. But in terms of the stylistically, on the ball, the style and the technique, very similar ways of thinking. He's an intelligent baller. This is going to be a very good deal for Everton. Keep your eyes on him. When he does land at Everton next season, keep your eyes on Fofana. That's what I'm going to say. Keep your eyes on Fofana and see what he does for Everton. I think he's going to be a very, very good acquisition for Everton. So Everton, congrats. You're actually getting yourselves a very, very good signing here. But I want to know how much. How much are Everton paying up here? That's my question. We'll see, because he was meant to go for big money. How much have they actually pulled it for? Time will tell. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think he'll do well at Everton? I'd love to know. Let me know down below. I will catch all of you tonight for video number 2. Like I said, quite late, but we will be here. So make sure you're here. If not, catch it first thing in the morning. But I'll be here, so make sure you are too. I'll see all of you then. Subscribe, notification bell. Thank you for watching. See you later on. Take care and peace.